The city of Scottsbluff gets into the holiday spirit a little earlier than usual, but the crowds were there to support the annual Christmas parade last night on Broadway. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, thousands of people lined the streets of downtown Scottsbluff last night for the annual Christmas parade, which featured an extra special edition for 2018. The parade started at 6 p.m., but plenty of people lined the streets early to get prime viewing spots for the kickoff of the holiday season. An early sighting of Santa Claus led the parade route, and was followed by an amazing representation of community organizations, businesses, churches, and even fire trucks from the Scottsbluff Fire Department and Western Nebraska Regional Airport. Many of the floats were decked out with tons of Christmas lights on it, and even some special appearances from the Grinch, Frosty the Snowman, a penguin, and local mascots. One of the highlights of the parade garnered extra cheers from attendees, as the Scottsbluff Bearcat football team made one final public appearance before heading out to Lincoln for the Class B championship game. Bringing up the rear of the parade was the highlight that everyone was waiting for, the Capitol Christmas tree. Scottsbluff is about one of 20 stops the tree is making as it heads east to the nation's capital, and folks were able to sign the banner on the semi, as well as get a peek of the top of the tree through a glass viewing area. Afterwards, Mayors Randy Meininger, Tony Kaufman, and Kent Greenwald spoke to the crowds about the Capitol Christmas tree.
Mayors of Scottsbluff, Gearing, and Terrytown, we hereby proclaim the U.S. Capitol Christmas Tree Day in the cities of Scottsbluff, Gearing, and Terrytown. I'd like to welcome everybody to this, and we'd like to turn over to Mayor Tony Kaufman.
We really appreciate the turnout. We really appreciate the Capitol Christmas tree coming through our community. Obviously, with only one of 20 stops across the United States, very important day for us. So I really want to welcome everybody tonight and appreciate everybody's participation. So we hope you enjoy the evening and the program that we have for you tonight.
Following the parade, the public was invited to the Midwest Theater for a free screening of Home Alone. Well, a Sunday afternoon fire has forced a family of 3 from their home. Scottsbluff firefighters were called to a trailer home at 1018 16th Avenue shortly before 1:30 p.m., finding light smoke coming from the exterior of the residence. Scottsbluff Fire Inspector Anthony Murphy tells KNEB News that crews entering the trailer found an active fire in the living room, but were able to extinguish it fairly quickly. Murphy says the cause was determined to be a loose connection in an outlet that overheated as it was running a space heater. He says the family of 3 was not home at the time. However, 4 pets were lost in the fire. Firefighter Ministry and the American Red Cross were on hand to provide relief for the victims. Well, straight ahead, Bill Boyer will be in with your full week weather forecast. Don't touch that dial. KNEB.TV News will be back right after this.
At Platte Valley Bank, we understand that you have a busy life, and that means you don't always have time to come to the bank. That's why we offer user-friendly online and mobile banking with features such as iPay, recurring transfers, and mobile deposit. So you can bank how you want, when you want to. Whether you prefer to bank in person, over the phone, or online, Platte Valley Bank makes it easy to take care of your finances.
Things are getting wild over at Paul Reed Construction and Supply. Now through October 15th, take 10% off all Wild Gear and Grizzly products. Come visit us today at our showroom on 10th Street in Gearing.
How did Arby's finally make the turkey sandwich exciting? We deep fried it. Just the turkey part, not the whole sandwich. For now.
Arby's, we have the meats.
For sandwiches.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the Arby's Weather Center. Arby's, we have the meats.
Going to be dealing with clear skies this evening. Not much in the way of weather to be concerned about. Notice those winds 4, 5, 6 miles an hour. Temps going to fall into the teens. Not nearly as cold as where we were the last couple of mornings. Nice travel week going on, really. It's going to be dry, I think, through Black Friday. Now, questions remain for the weekend. It looks colder with some snow. How much still up in the air? Yesterday, that was a record low, tied a record low in 1903 of 6 below zero. That's what we were yesterday morning and hit a high of just 34 yesterday. We added several degrees to that today. And we'll add even more tomorrow. 0.39 of an inch of moisture thanks to that snow over the weekend. 0.04 below normal, right at 3 inches above normal, though, for the year. Want to get you a Bearcat forecast. If you're heading to Lincoln on Tuesday, we're going to see temperatures in the 30s, about 39 at kickoff. We'll probably be down into the low 30s by the fourth quarter, and wind's going to be light out of the west-southwest, about 4 to 8 miles an hour, so not much in the way of wind to be concerned about. Temperatures right now, they fall off quickly when sun sets. 27 in Laramie, it's 35 in North Platte, 26 over in Norfolk. Right here in our area, we have temps in the low to mid 30s all across the Panhandle and southeastern Wyoming. Winds are light, thankfully. That's keeping wind chills in check. Futurecast brings the clouds off to our east. They will stay in the Sandhills primarily and then decrease tonight as we go through the overnight hours, leaving us with clear skies and temperatures that are going to fall into the upper teens to low 20s for lows. Tomorrow, then, we're looking for sunshine to start our day and sunshine really to end our day. With not much happening out here weather-wise, everything's pushing off to the east, and we have very nice weather conditions. As you can see, just a few high clouds over the Sandhills. Otherwise, things looking pretty dry and pretty calm. Winds are going to be light tomorrow as well, and really another very nice day. High temperatures. We're going to add a bit to what we were today in the low to mid 50s out there, cooler in some of those snow-packed areas. Tonight, 17, clear skies, light and variable winds. Tomorrow, lots of sun, winds just 5 to 10 miles an hour. We're going to go in the mid 50s. That's not even our highlight of the week. It looks like Wednesday, maybe near 60 degrees. Thanksgiving Day, how about mid-50s? Not bad at all. Windy by Black Friday, I think, and ahead of that frontal system. It's going to bring some late-day rain and snow showers on Saturday. Right now, Sunday, Monday, we're going to call it dry with temperatures in the 30s. We're going to have to keep an eye on this weekend of some possible changing weather conditions, and we will certainly keep you up to date on that.
How did Arby's finally make the turkey sandwich exciting? We deep fried it. Just the turkey part, not the whole sandwich. For now.
Arby's, we have the meats.
For sandwiches.
Why should you come out to Double L Country Store in Banner County? Because we serve locally raised beef, chicken, and bison, and our hamburger buns, cabbage burgers, and pies are homemade every day. Breakfast is served daily from 8 to 11, with all-you-can-eat pancakes on Saturday. Or join us Friday nights for Burger Fest. Choose from 6 specialty burgers or build your own. And for dessert, make sure you save room for one of our homemade milkshakes. We are worth the drive here at Double L Country Store on Highway 71, just 10 minutes south of the Wildcats.
Who is Hydrotex? Hydrotex manufactures and distributes high-performance lubricants and fuel improvers. We've been helping customers improve their operations for over 80 years with products made in the USA. We sell directly to customers and cut out the middleman and offer excellent service and value. Our products last longer and work better so that you spend less time maintaining equipment and more time making money. Whether you're in a factory, farm, fleet, or food processing facility, Hydrotex can help you. Visit hydrotexoil.com or call 308-635-8162.
The leaves are turning and the temperatures are cooling, so it's time to come harvest the deals at the Viera Wireless Fall Savings Sale. Right now, get your family high-speed, truly unlimited mobile data for just $35 per line with 4 lines. Prices have never been lower for unlimited data. Plus, trade in your current phone and get up to $500 off the latest iPhone and Samsung models. Those are incredible savings on the most popular and advanced smartphones. Don't miss out on our fall savings sale. Hurry into Viero today.
Welcome back. A 25-year-old Scottsbluff man is facing a variety of charges stemming from a Wednesday afternoon altercation at a home north of Riverview Golf Course. Christopher Droppelman is charged with 5 felony charges after deputies were dispatched to a call regarding physical domestic violence. Court records say that he was wielding a baseball bat and assaulting 2 women. When authorities searched the home, they found a shotgun and a gear bag that had been reported stolen. Additionally, they found a syringe with suspected methamphetamine and the bat that was reportedly used to threaten the women. A criminal history check confirmed that Droppelman is a convicted felon and that he was arrested and charged with the charges of possession of a firearm by a prohibited person, use of a deadly weapon to commit a felony, possession of a stolen firearm, terroristic threats, and possession of a controlled substance. Droppelman is being held on a $200,000 bond at 10% and was set to make his first appearance on the charges today in Scottsbluff County Court. Well, 5 days after announcing the closure of the restaurant, the Emporium has closed their doors for good, 1 week ahead of their planned closure. On Saturday, owners Ron and Sarah Schluter posted to their Facebook page that they ran out of inventory due to overwhelming public response following the initial announcement that they would be closing on November 24th. The Emporium had been a staple dining destination for Scottsbluff for the last 17 years, but with declining sales over the past 2 years, that prompted the decision to close. The 2 coffee kiosks, one at Regional West and one at Main Street Market, will remain open. And now that voters have approved a proposal to expand Medicaid in Nebraska, groups that fought for the measure are gearing up to put the new law into effect and keeping watch for attempts to sabotage it. Nebraska lawmakers still need to approve funding for the expansion, and Governor Pete Ricketts' administration had to submit a request to the federal government to amend the state's current Medicaid plan so that an additional 90,000 low-income citizens can qualify. Well, straight ahead, the Scottsbluff Bearcats are currently en route to Lincoln for a winner-take-all matchup against Omaha Skutt for the Class B football championship. Chris Cottrell catches up with players and coaches ahead of the big game right after this.
Across the state, every eye and ear is focused on one stadium where the sea of red is man-made. A place where every Saturday is a stage for our team, for our resolve, and for our values.
It's toughness, it's dedication, it's work ethic. That's what Nebraska is.
This is Husker Nation.
Anyone who calls it a hobby doesn't understand. We know that a person's passion is what drives them. And that's why every memorial we create is a true reflection of the individual. Only a Dignity Memorial professional can celebrate a life like no other. Find out how at dignitynebraska.com.
Now, sports from the Western Hearing Clinic Sports Desk. Western Hearing Clinic, the Panhandle's choice for better hearing, helping you hear what matters most.
Well, all roads lead to Lincoln. Every high school football team in the state starts the season with some version of that sentiment. Very few see it actualized. For Scottsbluff, to be honest, there weren't many roads involved. 3 home playoff games, 3 wins, and now that trip east to try and seal the deal. This year's Class B state championship game is tomorrow night with Scottsbluff and Omaha Skutt Catholic.
Yeah, it's a great feeling. You know, we got a bunch of kids that deserve the opportunity to go down there and play just from the work that they put in, the effort that they give us every day, and just the high character kids that we have. It's great to reward them with an opportunity to play for it all.
We'll stick with Coach Hall and his offense. It was a grinded-out type of performance in that win over York last week, and they'll be up against another stout unit this time around. This Skutt team allows just 68 yards per game rushing.
Be extremely disciplined in what we're doing. Discipline in our scheme. Take a chance or take a shot when they give us an opportunity. Take a shot when we get in positive field position. But just real discipline in our scheme. Do what we do. You know, you can't go into a game like this and just grab bag at stuff. We are who we are, and we're going to show up and give them our best shot.
Now we can shift gears to the Scottsbluff defense. They'll be tasked with shutting down the Scott ground attack that features some option football as well. Their lead dog in the running game, their backfield, Jared Epperson. He's rushed for over 2,000 yards on the season.
Any type you want to call him. He's explosive. He'll run downhill, he'll run you over, he'll run you around you, and he'll make you miss. So
Epperson in the ground game will be key for Scott, but Coach McLean says some situational football should be big for this Cats defense.
Obviously, you said the stop and the run. I think the other big key is getting off the field on third down. I think we got to be extremely disciplined with the snap count, and I think we got to get some stops on that 3rd to 5 to 10 range.
Now let's go ahead and get to the captains per usual. Chris Busby gets the headlines, and you know what? Rightfully so, at over 1,700 yards rushing on the season. But I went ahead and put him on the spot, wanting some info on the big boys paving the way.
All right, so Brandon Larson, that's for center. He leads the other offensive linemen. We got Terrence Mokiak. He's a good puller. We got Nate Harms. We got Jack Darnell. We got Crane Dyke. He's a good guy, too. We got Kyler Couts. We have, yeah, those are good linemen. And we have Garrett Nelson. Yeah, Garrett Nelson, too. And Jeremiah Delzer. Too. My boy Jeremiah. Got my boy Jeremiah.
Just some good fun right there with the star running back, but let's get serious now. It might take some home run type runs from Busby to win this game, and he's pretty dialed into the scouting report on Scott.
Very physical players, and they never give up. There's always 11 to a ball, and they're always willing to rip it out and do everything possible to get the ball back for their offense.
Keegan Reifschneider's exploded during this postseason run, whether it's 5 touchdown catches against Ron Colley, interceptions weekly, and shutting drives down by himself at times defensively. He's awesome, but I had to ask the senior leader about Sebastian Harsh, who's been a beast on both sides of the football this year.
He's just that dude. He's just that big dude. He's got everything. He's around the ball all the time. I mean, he makes plays, he throws the ball, runs the ball. He's just all-around great player for this offense and defense.
Now the big guy, he wasn't too interested in getting ahead of things last week, but now that it's here, Garrett Nelson, he gets that rare opportunity to play his final high school game on the field where he'll play college football, Tom Osborne Field, Memorial Stadium.
What I'm concerned about these lines right here. They're the same dimension in Lincoln, and we can't get too caught up in what we're looking around us. We got to focus on what's in between the lines, and we got to go to war.
The coaches all season long have called this a player-led team, and that's very true with these type guys leading the way, but let's not kid ourselves. This coaching staff is top-notch, and these players understand they've been lucky to have them as coaches and mentors.
I don't have words to describe what they've done to us and how we've perceived the game of football because of them. And I look forward to going to practice every day. I look forward to seeing them every day. I look forward to talking to them every day because of the people they are. And
all the coaches mean a lot to everyone. They just want us to be not only better football players but better men. They'll help anyone out that they can. And the time that the young guys are putting in, like Mack and Hall, they know the ins and out of the other team, and the experience from the older guys like Mangini and Deaver and Benson and Moran. So you just know that we're a special group, but so is this coaching staff, because there's a lot of experience coming together all at once. So
going from the classroom as having them as teachers to being a part of this squad since freshman year and having these coaches, they mean a lot, especially my positional coaches. With the wide receivers and quarterbacks, Mac, and then Coach Deaver. They all mean a lot to me, but especially my position coaches, so a lot.
This coaching staff has seen it all. Well, almost everything.
I think they want to win just as bad as we do with their 2 stories of getting down there and not having the best story afterwards. And I think a little redemption for them would be a great feeling for everyone. So
the hay's in the barn at this point. It's time for Scottsbluff to just go out and play some good football against Scott tomorrow night and see if they can't bring a title back home. We've got the coverage on 94.1 The Brand and KNEB.com starting at 5:15, an hour-long pregame kickoff at 6 o'clock. That's the latest today from the Western Hearing Clinic Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell. Ryan's coming back with a look at that community calendar when we come back right after this on KNEB.TV.
Winter weather brings winter clothing to compliments for you and your home. Start with women's fashion from FDJ, Renoir, Montana Company, and many more. We have beautiful and original ladies' fashions that appeal to women of all ages and sizes. Also, remember to complement your outfit with a bag from Melly Bianco. Finally, get your home ready for the holiday season with decor that brings joy to your life. Compliments for you and your home. Open Thursday evenings and Sunday afternoons now through Christmas.
It's a friendly town, that's for sure. Not too big, not too small. Seems like everybody knows your name.
We stick together through thick and thin. That's the way it's always been. 'Cause where we live is still our claim to fame. We love this town, this grand old town. There's not another town like this around. We've got it all right here in our own backyard. We love this town. We love this town. We love this town.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
The kids need to run off some energy after school or too cold to play outside? Bring them to Planet Bounce at the Monument Mall. With many bounce houses, a concession stand, and the largest redemption arcade around, Planet Bounce has hours of fun. Call today to schedule your birthday party, or ask Ron about renting a bounce house for your party, office party, or corporate event. Open Wednesday through Sunday, Planet Bounce Family Fun Center at the Monument Mall.
Local lending. We're here for you from start to finish. Keeping money in our economy, supporting local jobs, giving back to our community, investing in entrepreneurship, making our quiet towns a destination. At Platte Valley Bank, we support local because we are local.
And finally tonight, repeated calls for non-medical assistance could lead to a bill from the city under an ordinance being considered by the Scottsbluff City Council this evening. Under the proposal, residents would be billed $100 for any such fire department responses after the first two in a 12-month period, including false medical calls. The assessment would not be billed if treatment or transport to a medical facility is recommended but refused. It would also not be assessed to other out-of-hospital emergency care providers. The intent of the measure is to cut down or prevent unnecessary use of fire department resources where no emergency exists, which could potentially prevent the fire department from responding to other emergencies. Non-emergency medical calls make up a significant portion of the calls that the fire department goes on for a yearly basis. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you here next time.